And you can catch a big fish at any given time or any given depth. It's just a matter of intersecting with them, but there is no doubt there are certain opportunities that are going to present themselves to catch bigger fish. Number one, you got to be on a lake that's got big fish. They've got to live there. So big might be 4 pounds in some lakes, it might be 10 pounds in another. That's the first thing you've got to accomplish. Number two, you've got to understand the seasonal patterns. And once again, I'm not saying you can't catch a giant in 6 inches of water at any time of the year, and I'm not saying you got to be in 60 foot of water. You just got to kind of intersect in your mind what's going on. Right now, as we're out here, we've got water temps in the mid 70s, upper 80s probably on the upper end of this river. We got virtually no wind. We're seeing bait fish everywhere from 0 inches basically swimming right on the dirt all the way out to 30 feet. But I know that most of these fish have spawned. I also know that this particular point, the Frio River channel runs out through the dam right there, and that this point has a lot of chunky busted rock on it, and I just got to find those spots. And you know, he might be a 9 foot, might be a 19 foot, but it's a matter of picking up and spending the time to make those casts in that area that a big fish lives in, and then getting a little bit lucky. No doubt about it, you got to be a little bit lucky. Giant. I mean a giant. This is why you hope to catch a big one down in here. I mean, this is a moose here. We're gonna let him do his thing for a second. This is a grande bass. Get out of there. Coming up. This is a big one, boy. Got a lead shaker on a big finesse worm. Come here, girl. That's a big one. That's awesome right there. Let's get a picture of him, Rusty, real quick. Look at that girl right there. That's a big old bass right there. When you set the hook on one like this, everything just stops. So we're gonna let her go. Let her grow back up. Go back down there, buddy. Wow. I mean, I was kind of throwing along out here, and finally I started feeling some chunky stuff. And chunky stuff, the bottom was rough, and I started, you know, mixing it up. I'd been throwing the stupid craw, and I wanted something a little heavier, and got the big lead shaker on, and you can see that concave head, which works great inside that the bottom like that to kind of drag along. And it said, thum, 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 all of a sudden it just stopped. And then it started going like that. And when you set the hook, nothing comes your way, you know you got a big old donkey on it. That was one right there. We're gonna keep dragging along. I mean, see what we can't pull off. This is just a big old long main leg point on Choke Canyon. And we have caught a lot of fish today, for sure. That was a giant one. I mean, that was a battle. Whew. That's pretty awesome right there. Glad y'all got to watch that one, because I tell you right now, I enjoyed it. That was a big old bass.